Happy Thursday evening, August the 29th, 2024. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show coming to you live and in color on this Thursday night, right here on Facebook, right here on YouTube, right here all across the World Wide Web. And how about if you're doing this? Number one, if you're watching on Facebook, how about do us a favor, hit the like button and the share button. Do want to remind all of you that we have a Dirt Road Sports YouTube channel, and you're able to go, if you'd like to watch us on YouTube on the big screen, all you got to do is subscribe to our channel, and man, it'll project it up on your television set. And I've heard some people say that it's a much clearer picture on YouTube than it is on Facebook. So did want to let you know we have two channels. You can watch us on Facebook or YouTube. All you got to do is look up the Dirt Road Sports YouTube channel, and it'll be broadcast there live. And also all of the archived videos of every single show of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sport for the last 4.5 years are archived on that Facebook, on that YouTube channel. You can go back, and when you need to when you get tired of watching something else, and you got enough right there to last you a long time, enough hours of programming there to last you. Also, you can go way back in the archives and you can watch all the episodes of Where in the World is Marvin, which aired for a short period of time on the Charlie Platt Show on Top of the Morning on WDHN. That is all on the Dirt Road Sports Show's YouTube channel. Check us out there. But ladies and gentlemen, we're glad you're joining us tonight, man. We are thrilled to be here. We're going to talk about a whole lot tonight. We're going to have a good time tonight, and you're going to learn things that you can only learn right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. None of the major news networks. And I know we're going to try to be out of here a little after 9 tonight. You are chomping at the bits to watch the Kamala Harris, Tim Waltz interview by the fair and balanced newscaster that will be interviewing them, I'm assuming there. But anyway, we want to tell you we're glad you're here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live tonight from Enterprise, Georgia, live tonight from Thompsontown, Georgia, live tonight from 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia, and even live tonight at turn number 3 at the Old Rocket Speedway in Dothan, Alabama. Live all across the great United States of America and in all the foreign countries where we're legal and illegal. 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and loud, proud since day one in the great state, the sovereign state of Baker County, Georgia. Big salute to all of our fine friends, family, and followers up in Baker County, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the truth and nothing but the truth. Things you will only hear right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But we do caution you this. If you do not subscribe to common sense, Judeo-Christian principalities and or thinking, then you probably need to turn the channel. You need to find you a channel with nothing but Joy Bear and Rachel Maddow on it and just watch it from now till the cows come home. And that will make you happy, because we're not going to make you happy. We just want you to know that up front. But for those of you that do subscribe to that, and you know who we are, you know what we're about, and you're thinking what we're willing to say, welcome to our show tonight. And boys, we are live tonight. Brand new live screen. A little bit smaller this week.
Oh, goodness.
92.947 and 1/92nd of an inch in diameter of TV splendor with Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports tonight. Boys, we're live at
diameter.
What did I say?
You said diameter.
Diameter.
Diagonal, ain't it?
Yeah.
Let's don't mislead the people that we have it half truth.
Let me think we're a Democrat if we do that. Anyway, we are live tonight at Cake Fed Cephas's. Cake Fed Cephas's. Last week we was live at Muscle Gut Pete's. Tonight we live at Cake Fed Cephas's. Cake Fed Cephas's. Carbon Credit Counseling and Arbitration. Cake Fed Cephas's. Carbohydrate Buffet and Healthcare Professionals. Cake Fed Cephas's. Clabbered Milk Enemas. Cake Fed Cephas's. Coon Dog Toenail Repair and Bowel Cleanse. And Cake Fed Cephas's. Court-appointed ankle bracelet installers in Crumacoochee, Florida.
That's one town I don't believe I never heard of.
It's real, Crumacoochee, Florida. You Google it, Crumacoochee, Florida.
I can't the way I Google it. I can't even begin to spell it.
I can't spell it. I can't even announce it.
But hey, we're glad you're here. It's Thursday night. It is August the 29th, and we're live and in color with Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to have a great show. Boys, it's good to be on live tonight. Go ahead, Charlie.
Let me say hello to the Pittmans over in Enterprise, lifelong friends, and my buddy Matt McClin at McClin's Restaurant over in Daleville, Alabama has tuned in earlier this week. And Matt, I tried to save it to use it on the show tonight, but it wouldn't let me save the picture. He made him a bacon and tomato sandwich
Mm.
It was an improvised thing. The bacon was fine, but the tomatoes was them cherry tomatoes like they use in the salad over there at McLean's. He couldn't find no big tomatoes, but you'll do anything in a pinch. In,
Improvise.
improvise and McLean can make anything like that taste good. I guarantee you.
And
But
I'm gonna
A
tell
Matt
you,
and all
tomato
the
is a tomato.
oh, I love
boy,
me a and I like a B. I don't like a BLT. I like a BL, a bacon and lettuce. No, excuse me, a BT, a bacon
BT.
and tomato, and
That's
about
that's
what
a
me
yeah.
and that
I thought you
He
was
we
gonna
didn't
say B. I thought you was gonna say BS.
he
I mean, that describes you.
didn't have
It
no
ain't.
lettuce on there.
Yeah.
and I like to put about a half a jar of mayonnaise per sandwich on mine. I like that's
What
what
kind of mayonnaise do you use, Marvin?
I like Duke's, but my wife, she's only a Kraft person. I like Duke's mayonnaise on a tomato sandwich because it gives it a little bit of a lemon kick to it. I had a man tell me one time if you take some tomatoes and if they kind of tasted a little bit watery, if you'll sprinkle some lemon pepper on them, it will accentuate the taste and make it just, I don't know.
Hey, have you been using that big word toilet paper you got again?
Yes, sir.
Say,
I'll
he's
answer
throwing.
it for him.
Yeah,
I
he
think
been
he
using that
has.
big word toilet paper he got
Woo!
again. Word of the day, toilet paper. He reads it. He'll spooling something out there and he'll read it and go on about his business. And when he comes out the toilet, he's all refreshed, got all them big words.
Floyd, I got a picture I want to throw up here first of all. I want to get this out of the way to begin with. You know, your landscape professional, you talk about him always about how he carries him a 12 pack on the front of his on the
uh-huh.
front. You know, last week we
In the basket.
yeah, in his basket. Last week we advertised for Puzzle Gut Pete's, and Pete sells Pabst Blue Ribbon. I saw this week and snapped a picture of it. I wonder if your landscape professional could tote this. It is 1,844 pack.
1,844 cans of cold beer.
$849.
He would if he could.
It wouldn't fit. I don't think it'd fit in the basket of his bicycle, though.
It
I don't.
won't
I
fit in
think
that
it.
bag.
No.
30 pack about maxes him out. His front tire always going out with him. He has to go up by the Smoky Perkins to get him some air, put in his tire because it's weak. And I know the reason why, because that 30-pack, 24-pack in that basket.
Floyd, let me ask you this, and I know you passed that now, but like when you was 20, would you have even considered buying an 1,844 pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon?
I wouldn't have even considered buying a Pabst Blue Ribbon one Pabst Blue Ribbon.
What about like Falstaff, isn't it? I mean,
We used to call it fall flat. That's about what it was. These folks that actually drank that mess, but it's beyond my wildest imagination how they could chug that down. You know, there's some folks they turn their lips up about somebody like drinking scotch. They say it tastes like kerosene, but I think it tastes more like scorched moonshine than that. But it's hard to develop a taste for Pabst Blue Ribbon.
But you know, Floyd, the thing is, somebody buys it or they wouldn't be selling it.
Well, they used to
oh
get
yeah.
all them frat boys, them college students all up there in Americas and everywhere. We'd go up there and spend a weekend with them, and they'd have them Pabst Blue Ribbon cans all stacked up by the wall and all in there, And Pabst Blue Ribbon, I said, no, thank you. I'm going to pass on that. I'll get something else. Yeah. Joe Walsh said in the younger days, his favorite beer was whatever was cheapest.
It's cheapest.
It was right, and the Pabst Blue Ribbon was right at the point of being free. That's how cheap it was.
No, back in the high school days, you could go down to Jack Cash's store in Panama City, Florida, and get you a 6-pack of Old Milwaukee for 99 cents.
We used to thrive on it. Bulldog and malt liquors, they would be $1.50 over at Totsy's in Donaldsonville. And they were pretty rough too, now, let me tell you.
While we're talking about back in the day, I'll bring folks up to date. We've been talking about, and we need to continue to pray for our farmers, pray for this country. Something came out today that it caught my attention. 50 years ago, this is a family farm in southeast Alabama. In 1974, which was 50 years ago. Corn, Floyd, was bringing $3.21 a bushel.
That's right.
They sold some today cheaper than that here in Alabama.
Mhm.
Are you with me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Gas was 53 cents a gallon. That means diesel fuel was probably 15 or 18 at the most. Would you agree with that?
About 17. Yeah, it was about
Okay.
17 cents. That's what it was.
Bread was 28 cents a loaf, folks. A postage stamp was 10 cents. And a new car, average price for, nothing real fancy, $3,500, you could buy you a new car. Now, something caught my attention. KW King sent this to me a while ago. And one of the entertainers, I don't know if the three of y'all remember a guy named Cletus T. Judd, comedian,
Yep.
country comedian.
Yep.
Cletus came out today with a statement, and he said he was through, it was over, and he would not be doing any more shows for any of these promoters that charged over $20 to $25 to see him.
Mm.
He started looking up on some of the websites of places he was going to be playing $50 and $60 tickets. He said folks can't even buy a loaf of bread now. And he said, I wouldn't pay $50 to see myself.
That's right.
And he's going to slice it down to where no more than $20 or $25 anywhere he plays. And I salute him for doing that.
Man, I don't see how he can do it. I don't see how he can pay his way. I don't see how he can pay his. I don't see how I just don't see how he can do it. But he says he can do it, so he can do it. I remember going to see. Oh man, you could go. I remember seeing Billy Joe Royer play up at the American Legion in Blakely, Georgia, about 70 or 71, $1.50.
Big Bam shows were $2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you'd have enough stars to fill up downtown Colquitt, Georgia with.
That's right. They'd be 15 or 20 big time.
Elvis, the last time he played Montgomery, I guess it was in '76, $15 at Garrett Coliseum to see Elvis Presley.
You can't
That's
even.
a lot of.
They got to be a top to it. They've got to. You reach a crescendo with anything that you do.
And for any of you folks that might be watching at Martha's Vineyard or any of you liberal idiots out there, Pink is going to be coming to Alabama. Going to play the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center in November.
Pete.
Who is that?
Pink.
Pink.
Who is that?
That's what I said, but it was a big star at the National Democratic Convention.
That's the reason I don't know who it is.
Well, you brought the Democrat up and you brought up Elvis Presley. It's scary that you brought that up kind of together because Marvin was talking about there's going to be that interview on tonight that we need to watch it. Well, John A. Wells claims that Elvis lives in that building up on top of the silos there in town. He swears he lives up there. And so John Edward got wind that he might come down tonight. So I'm going to go up there and wait on Elvis to come down instead of watching the interview.
You'll get just as much out of it. I tell you,
Yeah,
I will.
just as much accomplished, won't I?
You'll get just as much accomplished sitting there waiting on Elvis as you will watching that deal tonight.
So I'm going to go up
But
there. and wait
any of
on
y'all
him.
folks out there that want to tune it in and watch it, that's fine. It don't bother us. You ain't going to hurt our feelings one way or the other. But we're going to carry on with our show. We got things to talk about. If we will run out of something to talk about, then we'll cut off. And y'all tune out anytime you want to. Tune out now if you want to.
But know this, when we tune out, we are not tuning out to go tune in Kamala and Tampon Tim.
That's right. I got an Alabama question for you guys over, and I love Southwest Georgia as much as I love here in Southeast Alabama. I stay over there a lot. But what is it that Camilla and Tampon Tim has against Southwest Georgia? I mean, they toured Southeast Georgia. Is there an odor about y'all over there that they don't like, that they didn't make a swing through?
We can tell a phony when we see one.
That's right. We see
There you go.
We saw him when he drove up, if you will.
And both of them is about as phony as they ever been.
Yes, sir.
What is?
No
I was
doubt.
A while ago, Florida, I don't know, something come on the radio and it reminded me of something. Florida. So that's a Johnny come lately. That's about what they are, ain't they?
Yeah.
Johnny come lately. That's it. They Johnny come latelys.
And I'm
But I
gonna tell y'all
let me
something.
tell you what, they packing a punch now. They don't laugh them off.
Oh, I know it.
No.
They get serious, buddy. And that bunch behind them, all that news media outfit behind them, and all them movie stars behind them, and all them rabid Democrats that's behind them. It's a dangerous operation. It's they coming with a vengeance. When they
Yeah.
come in, they come in with a vengeance.
You know what the secret to this election is gonna be? Is whether the good Lord decides to give us what we deserve or not.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
If we get what
Well,
we
now
deserve,
what?
they'll win.
That I was gonna go. Yeah, Queasy, you're at. Amen. You just preached the whole sermon right there. You just
That's
preached
the
the whole
key.
sermon.
You know, he's let
Right
his
there.
folks go, but he's turned his folks loose before.
Yes, he
Anybody,
has.
he's turned them loose.
Yeah.
You know, what is it? Y'all follow your own desires. You know, whatever you.
Do what you want to do. Yeah.
Reprobate mind,
Uh-huh.
if you
Have you ever heard the word wilderness?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna keep on, and
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna put us in the wilderness. We ain't there yet, but we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna keep right on doing all this mess we do it, and the Lord's gonna get enough, and he's gonna put us in the wilderness. And when the Bible talks about a wilderness, it ain't talking about a wilderness that's got trees and all that kind of stuff like a swamp. It's talking about a wilderness where it looks like the desert, the
That's
Sahara
right.
desert is what he ain't a drop of water nowhere.
it's very interesting that you mention the wilderness and the desert. I have some pictures that I'd like to share with you all
See?
of the desert. See how that didn't even, we ain't even quit me and Quiz ain't even talk today about nothing like that. And it just the Lord worked it out. I want to show y'all this is the desert Queasel's talking about, and this is when Floyd turned 40 in the desert right here.
What?
This
See
is
it.
picture number one. This is Floyd riding by a camel pen, if you will.
This-
This is Floyd riding by a camel pen in the desert when he was 40. Now I gotta make sure I get the right one.
Was you auctioning off camels, Floyd?
Oh, no. But they do. No, they don't let infidels sell camels.
Oh, okay. You
Here
didn't
we go.
qualify for that.
Here's number two. Here is Floyd in the camel pen. You know, just grinning so you look like you swallowed a coat hanger. You grinning so much.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is Floyd in the desert, 40 years old, in the camel pen. Now, here is Floyd in the desert, 40 years old, agitating the camel.
That grinning that kind of looks like him a
I
little
think
bit.
he's boy. I hope Humane Society ain't watching. He kicking a camel right there. I think.
Here's the last picture. Here's Floyd actively exiting the camel pen, never to return again.
But look at that surrounding out there. Does any of that
Woo.
look enjoyable?
I
No.
want to add something. Leave that picture right there, Marvin. Do y'all know the only thing in this picture right here, other than me, and this object that I'm going to be talking about, could be done probably 5,000 years ago. That's basically what it looked like, other than me and barbed wire. That's the only two new things in this whole. Otherwise, it could be 5,000 years ago.
What about that fancy fencing right there? That just blows my mind.
That looks like some what you got your cows in, Mark.
Well,
Kind of what I was. I didn't say that, but I mean, I was.
that's 3 strands of barbed wire.
Hey,
3 strands.
hey, Queasel.
Yeah.
Last time I was out there at Marvinville, there wasn't but 2 strands of barbed wire that I saw.
Yeah.
I can tell you what. I remember one time when it did look like that, when he went out and set all that hay on fire and burned up the whole field, the fence, his mama's flower beds and everything. Fence looked just like that.
But here's the thing about the camels. I'll tell y'all something interesting about living in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's bigger fine for you to run over and kill a camel than it is to run over and kill a Filipino.
Sure enough.
You better not run over a camel. Number one, if you run over a camel, you probably ain't gonna be around to tell the story. No way, because he's gonna be laying over in your lap in your car, and you're gonna be dead. But they just roam around. A lot of them, they just roam around all up and down the streets. They'll be out there walking around, and some of them had an orange tie thing draped around their neck, like a collar draped around their neck that would glow in the dark so you could see them at night. But a lot of them just wandered around. But you better not run over no camel and kill him in Saudi Arabia.
So
You're in deep trouble.
If they just running around town like that, you need to go somewhere. You just get a rope and throw around one and get on him and take off.
If what now, Queasy?
If you see one of them camels wandering around town and you need to go somewhere, do you just take a rope and loop it around his neck and get on him and take off, or
No,
are they wild camels?
no. You know what they done to horse thieves, don't you? In the old Wild West.
Oh, they belong to somebody. I thought you were talking about they were just.
No. They belong to somebody.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, yeah. In fact, I got in the car with one of the Arabs over there one day, and he was going to show me some equipment that he had that he was wanting to auction off, and I could not hardly breathe in the car. And come to find out, the whole trunk of that big Cadillac was filled with camel dung.
Woo!
I'm telling you, you had to let your window down to get you some fresh air coming in there.
So here's what we will say. If the Lord shines on us, we'll be good. But if he turns us over to that river,
there we are.
There we are.
Here's what I wish would happen. All those college students that are going to those Ivy League colleges up there and everywhere all over the United States. So it costs about $75 to $100,000 a year to go, and they walking around with the Free Palestine, and they got the Palestine flags and all that kind of stuff. And queers for Palestine. Here's what I wish would happen. I wish that they would be loaded up onto an airplane and dropped off and landed in Dammam, Saudi Arabia. That's where that picture was taken, Dammam. That's old Arabville. Dropped off right there and say, here you go, here's you $100. Now you make it or break it, and we'll see you later. And in about 3 days, those people would be non-existent. They would be vanished from the face of the earth. But they don't realize that. They don't know that.
Question from our lawyer. He's asking illegal. He wants to know how many Filipino nationals are in Saudi Arabia to require a specialized fine for running over one.
Let me tell you what happened to it. Let me tell you how only way a Filipino can get out of Saudi Arabia alive. The Saudis go down to the Philippines and recruit them Philippines down there to come to Saudi Arabia and work for big money. Well, the Filipino, he ain't got the money to get to Saudi Arabia. But it takes a little bit of money, see, to have a sponsor in Saudi Arabia, but no problem. The guy said, yeah, so you could, I'll pay for your trip up, your plane ticket over there, and I'll pay for your sponsorship over there and provide you somewhere to live over there. They get him over there and they work, and the next thing, if the Filipino finds out, he got a pickaxe and a shovel in his hand digging holes out there, moving rocks out of the way, out there in that sweltering heat, 120 degrees. They run advertisements in the newspapers there. The Saudis do. See, they drink so much coffee and tea all the time. Coffee, tea, and sugar and all that kind of stuff, all this, just drink it by the gallons all day. And they blow their kidneys out. The kidneys ain't no count. They have to have kidney transplants. Well, they run an ad in the paper, free ticket home to the Philippines for your kidney. So you go donate a kidney and you can get on an airplane and go home. Indeed, I know y'all don't believe this, but I have no reason to tell you a lie, but that's how it is over there, my friends.
So you got to give up a kidney to get home.
Give up a kidney, and they do it, man. They lined up, ready to roll. They ready to go.
Are they more richer when they leave than they was when they got there? They got more money.
They ain't got no money. No, because all the money's done gone. The money's gone.
Oh.
All they got is their life and with one less kidney.
It's funny you say that because 10, 15 years ago, if you'd have told me that I could watch the local news tonight and found out that a couple who were appear to be Hispanic in nature, the 26-year-old gal got so mad at the fellow she had had a romantic relationship with that she cut his head and other body parts off with a chainsaw right here in southeast Alabama. I'd have put it in that Floyd B. Lloyd category with the Philippines and the one kidney, but it's going on right here, right now.
Nothing
Well,
but the truth.
let,
Yep.
let me ask you this question: Did she use a gas powered chainsaw or electric? Because
Well,
I'm
now
trying to
that's a
figure out
good.
if she's a Republican or a Democrat.
If
That's
she
what.
was,
Well,
if she used an electric chainsaw, she could probably get off on the technicality.
Yeah,
But if
yes,
she used
sir.
the gas, well, she going to the electric chair.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Is to find out whether she a Democrat or a Republican. You
Hey,
know.
she may get a tax break if she used an electric.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, get her some tax credits.
We
Oh,
living in some troubled times.
Troubled waters, troubled waters.
all right, Floyd.
Oh, my friend, my buddy. I didn't see her today. I didn't get over there today. Been too busy, couldn't get by there today. But anyway, me and Nadine made us one of them good chicken pot pies. We had that for supper. But I'll see you tomorrow, ZB. I'll be in there tomorrow. I got to have a seafood fix for the week, for the weekend. Y'all go see them. Y'all see what she's got right there. We talk about this every week. All I can do is encourage you to go in there, and you will not be disappointed with anything you buy in there. And the advertising. There's elderberry syrup, which is an elderberry elixir that they make there, which is supposed to be the cure all for about anything. I don't know if you got the mumps, the measles, or whatever you got. If you got some kind of disorder with your bowels, whatever you got, that stuff right there is supposed to cure it. I don't know if you got any incontinence problem or if you got any libido problems, anything, but I think that right there. What I'm told now,
That's
I'm pumping
that's
this.
ink for
And
your ink
Queasel, I
pen
think,
right
is a
there.
better spokesman for the elderberry elixir than I am. Because he goes in there about every week, I think, and gets him about a pint of that stuff and
That's ink
drinks
for
it.
your
So,
ink pen
but
right
I
there.
think he's holding up good. Queasel look like he's holding up good. His cheeks is rosy and everything about it.
Hey,
I
when you
think you
do,
need to go buy that Ziggy B seafood and get you some of that elderberry shrimp. And while you're in there, get you some mullet or some catfish or some oysters or some shrimp and eat all that stuff. And you'll be well fed.
Uh,
what
Isn't
did
it
you
about
say his comb was red?
Yeah,
yeah.
we were talking about the other day, comb with red and lead in his pencil. I don't know what all that means, but anyway. So
well,
you young folks have no idea what I'm talking about, but
They ain't got a clue.
they ain't got a
They ain't
clue.
got-
Well, it don't matter. I might as well be talking. I might as well be talking some kind of computer language or something to somebody's old.
oh,
Oh, Floyd.
Good Lord.
You sent me these pictures. Is that? I guess that's Southeast Alabama.
yeah, that's in Headland. Beautiful vines, and Floyd and I had a talk about what went on with this peanut crop. Uh, Good prospects on the root crop, but these temperatures of the last what 3 weeks, Floyd, you'd say
Yeah, yeah, pretty much
there,
a month.
there's little bitty stems out there where they tried to peg in the ground, but the peg burned before it could get in the ground.
Couldn't make a. That's right. Couldn't make a pie.
Couldn't make a pod down there.
Heat is a peanut's worst enemy.
Yeah, cotton's best friend, ain't that right?
Cotton takes a long, hot growing season, but
Yeah.
peanuts, man, that heat will get to it. Woo.
Mm.
Keep them irrigation units running, boys, if you can.
Yep.
Man, they are. I've heard some people talking some horror stories of how much they've had to run them and how much power bills and diesel bills are.
Man, did y'all get your
Well,
electricity bill? Did y'all get this? Who got the electricity bill this last week or so? Huh? You get yours, Marvin? Marvin ain't got no electricity bill. Look at that. How do you
Yeah.
manage that, Marvin? Who you
I,
know?
I
He
ain't
connected. He's connected. He lives on the hill.
Georgia Power. Remember, y'all get y'all's bills at a different time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but your bunch buys power from Georgia Power.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah, my
probably ain't gonna get one Because I think
Well,
they
what?
charge yours in with mine. I think I
Yeah,
paid for
I think
somebody
it's an
else's
add
too.
on to mine. Mine
What
got
was,
to be
what,
an
what
add
was
on.
y'all's about? Was y'all's about 120?
Yeah.
Mine was $388. What mine was, most it's ever been in my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Well,
about 75% more than it was last year this time.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Mine
And
was
So
a
what is?
lot
you
more
got
than
in there,
that.
Queasy? How much,
Huh?
Queasy? You in there
Mine was
with
a
me?
lot more than that. You could double
Oh,
yours and add some more to it, and you ain't reached mine yet.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
woo.
And inside the house is right now it's about 79 degrees. Yeah,
we
My
that's
cool
right.
in here
goodness.
what they do. We cool as we
Yeah,
can be. Because we live
somewhere
in a
between
rock
78 and
house.
79 is what it is in here.
Well,
Great.
let me ask you a question. I saw some posting from over there on the Facebook page about tax bills, property tax bills. Did they come in the mail?
Got a statement in the mail, and
Oh,
there wasn't no letter of explanation with it. And anyway, man, you ought to seen the folks out here in my yard out here yesterday evening, quizzing me about all of it. I had to calm them down about what in the world, how we gonna do this, how we gonna pay that. I had to calm them down. But see, the bills were sent out without a letter explaining how it was gonna work, and you know.
Shell
Sharing
shock.
information with people is one of the most important things you can do in any kind of business. But
Mhm.
anyway, that's we everything's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. What I'm told
Uh,
by executives.
it it's a mess. By the time you take the taxes and the insurance and the electricity bill, ain't nothing left.
Ain't nothing left, baby.
Ain't nothing left. And that's I had some folks call me today back. They wasn't happy neither, but I think most of them forgot. I got one of them bills too.
I got it.
Mine
Yeah.
went up just as much
And
as
folks
everybody
tell
else's
me, okay,
did.
oh man, you connected. I said, man, I ain't
Yeah,
connected. I ain't
I ain't
connected to
connected
no.
to
nothing.
nothing.
And they, we that's the only connection I got. But man, they were lined up in my yard. Y'all, they were down Flamingo Boulevard. You couldn't hardly get in my yard. Folks were coming in here to see me yesterday.
If the electric bill keeps doing what it's doing, I ain't gonna be connected to electricity much longer.
Well, hey, here, let me. Whoa, wait a minute. Now, here's the thing about it. There's a woman on TV right now. I don't know if she's on now or not, but gonna be on in a little bit. Gonna tell everybody on day one she's gonna fix everything.
Oh
Day
yeah.
one,
Hmm.
day one, not day one 3.5 years ago, but day one this time. And
Yeah.
you
So
can.
let me ask you
Yeah.
this question: if she was gonna do that, she's been up there for 3.5 years. Why come she ain't fixed nothing yet?
He ain't got no connection to that administration at all. No.
You are majoring on the minors. You're not understanding the overview of the in depth.
That's right.
And that's way off base, and that is actually discriminatory by you
It
even.
is. I know it's.
Woo.
I'm a racist and a what is that? Misogynist, and I
Yeah,
discriminate, and
Well,
I'm being insensitive.
yeah.
well, the CBS is being insensitive too because they threw up on their 5:30, 6:30 newscast that there's a 108.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Somebody done cut Charlie off.
Yeah, that,
That's one.
Yeah.
Hey, that's one gone.
that's
What's
one. Hey, please send these up.
Charlie
Here he
don't know
is.
nothing about. He
Here
can't
he
talk
is,
about
folks.
shaking the law.
Tell them about Shingler Law, Queasel.
Shingler Law. Let me tell you something. He. I don't know how to explain it. He's the only man in America that can get you out of jail for stealing camels. I mean, he's just been all over in Saudi Arabia defending them over there, them folks over there when they get on somebody else's camel. He gets in there, and the thing about it is, it's just like over there, just like it is here. When they see him walk in the door, the prosecutors go out the back door. I mean, they don't hang around in there because Mister Not Guilty has entered the building. You know how it used to be when they say Elvis has exited the building or left the building or Elvis has entered the building. That's what they say when Billy Shingler walks in. They say Attorney Shingler has entered the building. Next thing you see is the back door going open. Yonder go the prosecutor, and a lot of time the judges and the jury, because they know it's all over. It's not guilty. So if you in trouble, where you did it or not, 229 524 1225, that's the magic numbers you need to know, because when he walks in the courtroom, the next word you're going to hear is not guilty. Now, he also does all them other lawyer things. He can get you wheels going, any kind of family law, real estate law. If it's got to do with the word law, Billy Shingler is your man. Give him a call, 524-1225. You'll be glad you did, I promise you.
And special this month from Shingler Law.
Marvin, now he's a sponsor now. Understand?
Where are you going, Marvin? Where are you going?
We don't have. He don't have a special this
In
month.
the rerun. Let me get you off the hook a minute. Let me get you off the hook a minute, Marvin. I'll tell you about lawyers in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabian lawyers. There's one qualification that you must have to be a lawyer, and it's the only qualification that you must have to be a lawyer in Saudi Arabia, and that is to be a male Saudi Arabian. That's the only law that you have. The guy the auction company guy that I work with over there. So you have to you have to have a sponsor. If you do business in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, you have to have a sponsor, and the sponsor gets 25% of your money up front. So you have to have your sponsor. So for the man that I was working for at Parks, his sponsor was a Saudi man that had one gold tooth right in the front, like he was like Ernest T. Bass. He had done saved up his gold. And his name was Salam, Salem, Salam al-Dossari, Salam al-Dossari. And he was about a foot shorter than Marvin and was about a time and a half wider than Marvin.
Ooh.
With that gold tooth. He had a business. Listen to me, Shingler. He had a business card that said Salam al-Dossari, a very famous attorney. That was it. Tony knows him well. Tony probably got one of his business cards.
And you say they work on 25%. Shingler ain't going over there. He won't do nothing for 25%. He got to get way above 25% to get him involved.
Very famous. But you put that on your card there. Put that on your card, Shingler. A very famous attorney. And if you want to show enough be tough, put a very, very famous attorney. That's the way we'd have them auctions over there, and on the brochure, that way. A very, very, very large international auction. So that's 3 varies right there on that brochure.
Say his name one more time.
Salam, Salem al-Dossari. Salam al-Dossari.
I wonder if he's related somehow to Alexander Shannara over here in the States.
He could be, yeah. They could be cousins. You know, they all cousins. Every one of them's cousins. They cousins with their wife. They first cousins. All those first cousins with their wives that they have.
What was the name of our lawyer buddy way back yonder? Saul.
Humphrey Fargo.
No, that
was the senator. Oh yeah, it was Saul Picklestein.
That
He was Jewish.
Yeah, he was Jewish. Yeah, he was. He was some kind of lawyer, though.
He was a Jew honky. I'm gonna tell you what, he was a straight Jew honky.
He sure got Senator Fargo out of some tight situations.
He sure did. No, Doug Elmhoff, Doug Elmhoff ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing on Saul Picklestein.
Oh, all right. Tell us about it.
Okay, I got a special announcement from Sowega Meats. Both locations over near Colquitt, between Colquitt and Blakely, and the one in Headland, Alabama, is offering you. Now, yeah, we know how hot it is. Boys, I did have a 1/4 inch of rain over here a while ago before we went on. Thank the good Lord for that. But it's been 98 degrees every day. Getting out there on your grill ain't the most fun thing to do in that kind of weather. So why not, with Labor Day weekend coming up, let the Sowega Meat Company folks do your cooking for you. boneless pork loins for $25, baby back ribs, 25 a slab, or Boston butt for $35. They'll do the cooking for you at Sowega, both locations, and you can pick it up. You can go get it on the Saturday, the 31st. Also, great cuts of meat if you want to do your own cooking. They've got great steaks. They've got great ground beef, canned sausage, link sausage, great products from Working Cows Dairy, including that great chocolate milk and different cheeses at the Headland location. See them for all your needs for this coming weekend at Sowega Meats, Highway 27, between Blakely and Coffin, and the one on US 431, Headland, Alabama. You won't go wrong.
Hey guys, it's trivia time. Southern Hissy Fits trivia time here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, brought to us by our friends at Southern Hissy Fits on the southwestern corner of the square in Colquitt, Georgia. Call Miss Vicky right there. Whatever your needs are, embroidery, t-shirts, tumblers, designs, caps, personalized stuff, go see Miss Vicky right there. I promise you, if she doesn't have it, she'll hook you up with it. Bring your bring your items in that you already own. She'll embroider them for you. You don't have it, she's got a catalog. She can order you anything that you want. Go by and see her at Southern Hissy Fits. And the winner tonight of the trivia contest will receive a enamel Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show car tag, compliments of Southern Hissy Fits, Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show car tag. And tonight, our question. I don't have a picture, but I have a question. I had a picture, but Floyd kind of took my answer on that one on the Saudi Arabia deal, the town. I reckon he thought nobody would know that town that was in. But anyway, I got the.
Tony Tab would have.
Oh yeah, he would have known it. All right, so here's the question for tonight, and you can either text at 229-254-5060, or you can put it on the comment screen there. What brand of automobile did some people refer to as a 4-hole and a 3-hole?
Whoa, that's too easy. Oh my goodness.
I know it's an easy one. That's
Oh,
being easy tonight. What brand of automobile did some group of people refer to as a 4-hole and a 3-hole? So we're looking for the brand of automobile. You can either text it, or you can put it on there. Well, there you go, right there. Got a winner.
I'm glad she won.
Hey, yes, sir. I see it. Joe Watson said a Ford.
Oh man, where's he from? Oh, he from over there around Skipperville.
Oh, Peggy Chambers, you're the winner. Go by Hissy Fits, pick you up a car tag, put it on yours or Uncle Buddy's vehicle. Ride it loud and proud. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And it's
man.
a Buick. Or how do you?
Well, it's really not a Buick. It's really a Buick.
Brick. 4-hole brick.
4-hole Buick. Man, you have stepped up with a 4-hole Buick. Tell them what it was, Marvin. Tell them what. Some of them they don't know what it was. Them folks up there in Martha's Vineyard don't know. You know what a 4-hole and a 3-hole? You know the difference, Marvin?
Fender holes.
Listen, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I don't even know it. I don't know it.
Let's move on. Move on.
I'm saying,
Marvin, you don't understand. Move on. We don't hold that rope. We don't hold that. Now move on.
Anyway.
Lordy.
Let's go to a break or something.
Hey, y'all, let me tell y'all what I did yesterday. I went out yesterday. Charles Picker called me. He done invented a pea. He invented his own brand of white peas. I ain't never seen nothing like them. My wife ain't seen them like them peas about that long. They look like Pistol Johnson zipper, Floyd. They're the longest peas I ever seen in my life. And so my wife took a hankering to him. She wanted some, so he called me yesterday. He said, I got some of them peas out here if you want them. So I went out there to sit down and visited with him and Pam, and we sat there and visited and talked and carried on. And we're going to need to get him one day to get on the show to explain Bidenomics like he explained it to me yesterday. And I can't do it justice, so I ain't going to try to explain it. But he's got it all figured out. He knows exactly what it is. We had a really good visit yesterday, and
People ought to be introduced to Charles Pickle. They really
that's
should
right.
be introduced to
Yeah.
him.
Yes,
And
sir.
because they think that we just make these people up.
That's
They
right.
really do. A lot of people think that we just create all this and just create stories and make it. There's nothing that we tell y'all that is not 100%
That's right.
truth. I promise
We
you, we can substantiate it. But we need to get him on. We'll get him on and get him hooked up out there. His wife probably can hook him up on the internet
yeah
where we, dial him
yeah.
in there. He be in the comfort of his own home there. And if he wants to, get
I'm
him
I imagine I spent close to an
handling
hour
some
out there with
ice
him
or
yesterday.
something.
We had a good visit.
Oh
Good
man, he's a
visit.
fine fella. I'm gonna tell
Folks
you
don't
what,
do that no more. People don't go visit folks no
I don't
more.
go to.
No.
I'm gonna
That's
shoot him
what
a
we used to do
text.
every Sunday afternoon. We
Yeah,
get
I'm
out
gonna shoot him a
and I drive with
text.
mom and dad, and we'd ride in an automobile. We'd go around ain't Doll's house
Yeah,
or Uncle Charlie's house or Aunt Sarah's house. We'd visit with them on Sunday afternoon. That way, folks, the road be full of folks visiting back
that's
with the
right.
back and
You know
forth.
what would happen if Bidenomics was introduced to Picklenomics?
Oh,
Adonomics would get an F, and Picklenomics would get an
Well, son, he got it figured out. But I
A.
want him to tell y'all. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it
we
justice.
couldn't tell it like he could.
Yeah, I
no.
couldn't do it justice. He got it figured out. Yes,
Floyd
he
Joe
does.
Watson texted and said they couldn't afford no Buick in Skipperville.
Buck Turner could afford a Buick in Skipperville. Don't come here with Colonel.
Uh,
Buck Turner could afford. He had a '63 Chevrolet Super Sport Impala 409 4-speed automobile. Had two
mm,
Mm.
4x on it
mm.
one time. So, and he was a putwood man. So yeah, Colonel Joe knew who I'm talking about. Buck Turner could afford one.
Hey, Queasel, tell them about our good friends.
I heard some folks talking today about hunting season coming up. Man, they're getting all ready to go hunting and getting all the stuff ready. There's a place you need to be, the Holstered Nine. They got any kind of shotgun you want. They got all the shells you need. Hunting season, bird season is right here fit to be on us. Won't be long after that. It'll be deer hunting season. All kind of rifles, any kind made. If they ain't got it, they can get it fair and they can get it quick. They got them scopes, all the scopes, everything you need. They even got them stands out there, them stands and them fancy built up stands where you can sit in, man. You can take that thing and you can run your extension cord out there in the woods and plug your air conditioning in it in the summer, when it's hot. And then when it gets cold in deer season, you probably put your heater in there. They got deer feeder out there. Anything you want to hunt, they got it for your personal protection. Man, only ain't James Bond, only person I know got more guns than they do. They got guns everywhere you want to look. Any kind of pistol you want, they got it. They got ammunition, anything you need. And then just step right next door you to Phillips Auto Parts. You find all your automotive, your pickup truck needs. They got it. Any kind of lubricant, grease, oil for your tractor, for the farming equipment. It's time to get them peanut pickers greased up and ready to go. You need to be ready when they're ready. They got everything you need there to get them ready. You can pick up a gift there for your wife. You can get you some brownie points going by that gift shop. And don't forget them world famous Floyd B. Lloyd pellet rabbit pellet grills, and they got any flavor rabbit pellets you want out there. I think they even got one that rabbits love cabbage and lettuce. I think they got some cabbage and lettuce rabbit pellets out there to make it work. Anything you need, they can cover it. Go give them a shout out right there. 27 just out of town, 27 South, right under them big two beautiful American flags.
Hey guys, I wanted to ask y'all: do y'all any of y'all have any idea what this is right here?
Dog food.
Well, let me tell you the story. It's got my name on it. One
Oh,
one day at the end of last week, I went and got a plate of food at the local service station, and I stopped by our sponsor, Southern Hissy Fits, and ate at their picnic table back there. And I got through with it, and I had a hankering for something sweet, and I saw this bag sitting there, and I thought it was some kind of like little cookie things, and so I picked it up and commenced opening it, and Ms. Hissy Fit jumped in the way and grabbed it, and I had grabbed a bag of dog food and was just before missing a stack on dog pellets.
It looked like
Mar-
honey roasted peanuts.
Yeah, honey wrote like put it in chocolate cup,
Oh, shoot.
suck the chocolate off of.
Marvin,
You know what? You know
there's
what
some
would
things I
happen if
just
I'd have
don't
seen
believe.
you, Floyd? I wouldn't have stopped you. I mean, Marvin, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
stopped
You
but
know,
when
there's
you
some
grew
things
up.
I
When
don't
you
believe
tell
I
him,
tell on myself.
I,
I
I
just don't
need a
believe like you
cataract.
know
I
that.
need cataract surgery over here. I'm half blind, but when he threw it up, that's dog food. I mean, I
I
thought
just
anybody. There's a bag of it in my car right now that I keep in case this monster that goes around with me, the Marvin dog, gets hungry. I've got her some food right there. You know, that same brand evidently from the folks down at Hissy Fits.
and here's the thing. Here's the thing. If they hadn't stopped him, he'd have hit the whole bag.
he'd eat it all. He'd have
Every
been,
bit of it.
I
he'd have been like
guarantee
Reverend
he'd
Preston
have hit the
Johnson
whole
eating them
bag.
peanuts.
Floyd, tell them about them.
Oh, that's one of my favorite places in the world. In there last night, we and Nadine got our catfish fillet plate, brought it on home with them good. I mean, the real deal, homemade, home fried French fried potatoes. We brought that thing on in here and eat it, and it was about all me and Nadine could eat. I mean, they were two big old fillets in there. She eat one, I eat one, and we got us a double order of them French fried potatoes, and we made us a little old salad to go on the side there, and we chowed down last night. It was some kind of good. Everything they sell at that place is good. If you want you a good steak, they got good shrimp. They got good catfish in there. They got good hamburger steaks in there. Go in there, check them out. TK's Bar and Grill right here in Concord, Georgia. As you're going north on Highway 45, right out of Concord, Georgia, look on your left right as you leave in town, and you'll see that big sign right in front of that building. You pull in there, them folks will treat you right. You'll have a good time. So nice, clean, good place, and delicious food. TK's Bar and Grill.
Hey, before we go to Floyd's list of possibilities, I wanted to bring this up, and I really wanted to get Queasel's opinion on this one because I know kind of how he feels, and then I want to talk to y'all. Get you as well. There's so much going on in the national news. This is kind of semi-local news. Douglas, Georgia. Y'all know where Douglas, Georgia is.
Mm-hmm.
The Douglas Police Department has rolled out 33 brand new Tesla police cars,
All right.
$91,000 a piece.
Well, what they need to do is roll out. How many did you say they rolled out?
33.
They need to roll out about 63 new fire trucks and dig a bunch of lakes around there when they all catch on fire so they can put them out. I just read an article today that where they was warning people and they was Jaguar was the one they was talking about, but they said it applied to all electric vehicles. They was warning them that when you buy an electric vehicle and you buy that charging station to put it outside away from the house because it was a fire hazard. Now, why would you do that? You could buy three police cars for what one of them costs. And then if something happens to it, you can't put it out. And then what you gonna do if somebody takes off running? You gonna chase them down till your battery goes dead? I mean,
Here,
what
here's another thing. Here's another thing they're doing. They're going by what Washington folks and the national media is publicizing. Queasel. They said there's a situation has arisen. There's a lot of these folks on these electric cars that can outrun a gasoline model popo car. That's what got them to doing all this. But they don't think it through like you just explained that everybody could understand. But that's what the whole deal is about. And the chasing deal, we're getting more folks hurt chasing. And we're gonna go up 30, 40 more miles an hour with our chases because we got electric cars now.
yeah,
It
but
just don't make any sense.
can't you see him, Charlie? They boy, they going down the road. Say, I got him, I got him, I got him. I'm fit to pull him over right here. We got him stopped right here, and the battery go dead, and the
That's
fellow
it.
keep.
That's
That's
it.
exactly the way it's
You
gonna
know
work.
the best way to stop somebody they trying to outrun you. You know the best way to just stop them with that right there. put it on them and light them up. I'm talking about. You're gonna hit something, and
Yeah.
they're gonna eventually stop if you got enough lead
Well,
throwing at them, and
here,
you'll save lives that way.
here's the other thing too, and this was true way back when we was growing up. You can't outrun that Motorola radio.
That's right. No.
No.
You might outrun that car, but you ain't gonna outrun that radio. You know,
Well,
they
O.J.
know who it
Simpson
is.
outrun the whole Los Angeles Police Department running 25 mile an hour.
I know it. Ain't that
He
that's
outrun them
just
all. They
So
didn't need no lecture. They could have caught him on a bicycle. You know.
Floyd,
but folks in
what
Douglas should know better than that. Douglas is in South Georgia.
Yeah. Well, what
It
is
They
don't
that?
should know
matter.
better than
It
that.
don't matter where you are. It don't matter where you are.
Floyd, do your Aurora, Colorado thing before we let it go because I looked it up before we went on. Population of Aurora, Colorado is 387,000 people.
Okay. Aurora, Colorado. Y'all been seeing this on TV all day today and yesterday and 2 or 3 days ago. Venezuelan gangs coming in and taking over apartment complexes that are owned by some individual somewhere. The people are scared to live there. They're running the people off. They're beating the doors down. This is a Venezuelan gangs coming in with rifles, AR-15s, and Glock pistols, 9mm pistols, and they're running people off. Aurora, let me tell you a little bit about Aurora, Colorado, and I'm gonna drop something on you at the end that's gonna blow your mind. Aurora, Colorado has 748 police officers in the city of Aurora, Colorado, and the starting pay for an Aurora, Colorado policeman is $85,000 a year. So these cats, they ain't broke. That's working for the police department. But they can't figure out. They can see it on video and they know where it's happening and the people are calling, but they can't figure out how that they can stop that. It makes no sense that you got that many police officers and they can't go in somewhere and stop something like that that's going on. Who are you going to send if you can't send the police? Who are you going to send? Nobody. And apparently nobody in Aurora, Colorado is armed. That's my thoughts on that. And the last thing I'm going to tell you, the mayor of Aurora, Colorado is a Republican.
Mm.
So y'all digest that for a while.
Hey, and please, FYI, those 33, that was over $3 million worth of Teslas at the city of Douglas.
And city of Douglas.
How many police cars can you buy? Regular police car like we got here in the city of Colquitt for $3 million.
A bunch.
You could buy about enough for Aurora Police Department.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Hey, guys,
It don't make sense.
here's our friend, our buddy. And Floyd, is this, this was no parts. You didn't go to, you
No,
didn't go.
we wasn't in Saudi Arabia. We was in Wisconsin
I fit to say that was a
Idaho
funny
somewhere. I
looking
don't know where
camel.
we was at doing that auction. That somebody slipped up and took that picture. That was a long time ago, though.
Berry
Damn,
Hill.
I ain't aged 9 bits since then, y'all.
You what?
I ain't aged 9 days since then.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
got old early.
You was rode hard, put up wet Floyd.
Man, dang, I didn't know I looked that bad. That was 10 years ago. Man, what do I look like now?
Battle of Floyd Town did it all.
That's it. Floydtail sealed the deal.
Oh, y'all let me do
Ooh.
the ad. Berry Hill
Oh,
Auctioneers. TC Berry Hill, our friend, our confidant, been with us since day one. Proprietor of Berry Hill Auctioneers and our sponsor in perpetuity and exclusivity of Floyd's lists of impossibilities. And
I'm gonna get to my list of impossibilities in a minute, but here's I'm gonna start out with a showed up impossibility right here. Now, they have that big deal on CNN tonight where they interviewed Tampon Tim and Kamala Harris, our sitting vice president. Some questions. This is an impossibility that they will ask these questions. Impossibility that the mainstream media will ever ask the following questions to Kamala Harris. Number one, do you plan to tax all churches into oblivion or just non Islamic churches?
Mm.
Woo.
Just asking, that's a question they need to ask. Because that's what she's gearing up for. Will your White House staff be composed entirely of illegal aliens or just 90% illegal aliens?
Mm.
How soon will your Attorney General Merrick Garland declare the Republican Party a domestic terrorist organization? And last but not least on that, what medication are you taking to control your cackling? They never asked that question. But it's
You know,
a bona fide question.
you reckon if we could find a person that we could get them, her, and Tampon Tim to agree to do an interview on the Dirt Road Sports Show?
Impossibility.
Number one.
Number one, impossibility.
Woo.
Here's one impossibility that any man pretending to be a woman is doing anything other than pretending.
Mm.
No comment. Comment if you got some input on that. Some of you folks up there in Martha's Vineyard. Impossibility. Hold on. Let's see. I think I got another. Yeah. Let me go back on that. Impossibility that there is anything more dangerous to the foundation of America than a self-loathing white liberal.
Mm.
Impossibility that any Muslim, let me repeat that so you folks up there in Martha's Vineyard can understand what I'm saying. Impossibility that any Muslim husband would allow his wife to go to a Taylor Swift concert with her girlfriends. Come on, hot man, call me. You gonna let Fatima go to Taylor Swift concert? What about? Let me ask you this, Hawk man. What about going to a Chippendales show, Hawk man?
Woo.
Impossibility that there is anyone running the United States government right now other than Barack Hussein Obama.
Mm.
Here's what impossibility that there is any Jew in America that is more stupid than Super Jew honky Doug Elmhoff. Have y'all seen and watched them and see how stupid that man is? That's the dumbest Jew in America, and that's pushing. I mean, I'm pushing the straight. Here's one right here. Let me go back on this one right here. There is any impossibility, and I'm gonna let y'all finish this sentence, this statement that I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna let you fill in the blanks, if you will. Whether you be in Boykin, Georgia, or you be in Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, fill in the blank that there is any woman in the United States of America that has fornicated with more men in order to advance her political career than blank. Fill it in. Huh? Y'all know who Michael Moore is? Y'all see him on TV? Oh, Michael Moore, old big old fat man. He look like Jabba the Hutt. I got one for him. Impossibility that Michael Moore can reach the point of his discharge after having a bowel evacuation.
Woo.
How are you? Hey, Paul, come in here and help me.
Oh, you want me to follow that?
Yeah,
What?
go ahead.
Easy now, Charlie.
No.
I ain't gonna throw you in no tight spot.
Kelly Crop Insurance, Bainbridge, not Bainbridge, Colquitt, Georgia. I don't know how I could even talk after that one, Floyd. Huh? You gave old poor Joe a break tonight. I'm
Yeah,
proud of
give him
that.
a break.
Yeah, Kelly Crop Insurance knows the importance of that 40% chance of rain coming up on Tuesday. We've got slight chances each day, folks, between now and middle of next week. And there is an outside chance that there is going to be a storm in the Gulf of Mexico by mid next week. I like the 85 and 83 for Wednesday and Thursday. That looks great. We need to get things back to somewhat normal temperatures around the region. But thanks to the folks at Kelly Crop Insurance. Oh, pray for our nation. There's so many layers of hate out there. And I'm gonna say this, and it's Queasel. I saw this and I thought about they sure are different up there than what they are down here. The Firemen's Union booed J.D. Vance up in Boston
Well,
today,
yeah,
and
they boo volunteer firefighters too, so we don't care. They
that's
can go right on with Kamala.
I don't think J.D. really gives a rat's rear end about the vote in Massachusetts anyway, because you know how it's gonna go, you know. Uh, and I just kind of felt for him with that going on, but we we need to pray and pray hard for this nation because we talked about the first part of the show that is God going to have mercy on this nation, and it goes back to how we act, how we humble ourselves or not humble ourselves and pray, change our ways, turn from our ways. And he ain't talking about somebody that don't even know him. He's talking about those who know him doing that. Am I right, Marvin?
Yep.
So
Same thing happened right here.
that's
I
right. There you go. Do you want to be in this situation or in the original Garden of Eden, as Floyd calls our little old part of the woods down here? Pray for the nation. Pray for our leaders, no matter who they are, and that God's will be done. Queasel, up to you, buddy.
Thank you, Charlie. Hey, Charlie did on the money. Listen, we need to pray. We need to pray specifically that the good Lord don't give us what we deserve. We need to pray for mercy for this nation. We need to pray for forgiveness for what we have allowed it to turn into, and we need to pray that God's will be done, whatever it might be. I got full confidence in whichever way He leads us because my confidence and my hope is in Him. And if we could all put our confidence and hope in Him, we would be having some of these conversations that we have. But this is a serious election. But I saw it, uh, like I think Floyd brought it up a little earlier in the show, like Charlie was talking about. This ain't the first time that things has been bad, and but if you trust in that man that created this world, he's gonna get us through this. And so let's
Mhm.
pray. Let's be sure to give him the honor and the glory that he deserves. And let's remember that we all are in his hands. It's his world, not our world. So let's pray that he leads us in the right way in the election. When you see somebody that puts their life on the line for you, where it's somebody in the military service, a law enforcement officer, firefighter, EMT, whatever it is, these people that's willing to put their life on the line, thank them. Tell them you appreciate it because sometimes that's all they hear. That's the only thanks that they get. They hardly ever hear thank you. Go up to them and thank them. It just makes them feel good to know that people notice. A person, Bible says there's no greater love than somebody who will lay down their life for somebody else. So when you see that person, remember it, thank them. We love y'all. Thank you for letting us come in and spend some time with you. Floyd, talk to us.
Yes, sir. Everything you said, Queen, is 100% the truth. Exercise your Second Amendment rights wherever you go, at all times, wherever you are. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Know what's going on around you at all times. Put the cell phone down when you're walking from the grocery store to your car. When you're putting the gas in your car, put the cell phone down. Look around you, and always surround yourself with like-minded people. And tonight, when you lay down and go to sleep, lay down in that bed and you start thanking God for everything He's done for you. You start thinking from the time He woke up you up this morning until right now, all the things He's done for you, and you'll go to sleep and you'll still be thanking Him. Good night, y'all.
Hey guys, I know that you got a choice to in just a few minutes go in there and watch the interview with Kamala and Tampon Tim. I want to give you something alternative you can do. Go get you a pair of toenail clippers and cut your toenails into the quick. You'll get just as much enjoyment out of that as you will watching that. So
Amen.
we appreciate you joining us. Big shout out Ziggy B, Shingler Law, Sawega Meat Company, Holstered 9, TK's Bar and Grill, Southern Hissy Fits, Berry Hill Auctioneers, and Kelly Crop Insurance, our sponsors, and we appreciate them here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Got a special announcement tonight. Wanted to let you know 2 weeks from tonight at our church at Flat Creek, we are going to be fortunate to have a Grammy winner and Grand Ole Opry performer Jason Crabb. He was going to be in concert with Christian comedian Mickey Bale, and that will be at Flat Creek Baptist Church on Thursday, September the 12th at 7 p.m. No admission charge. There's no ticket price, no nothing. Just taking a love offering. And if you don't know who Jason Crabb is, Google him. I promise you will be impressed with him. And he's a man of God, and he carries the ministry of the gospel all across the great nation. Hey guys, the scripture this week, and I encourage you to go to church, worship the Lord. It says Luke 8:17. For all that is secret will eventually be brought into the open, and everything that is concealed will be brought to light and made
Mm.
to all. Guys, we love y'all. Appreciate you being with us. We appreciate you coming here every Thursday night. Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise. We'll be right back here next week, same place, same time. More Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, always be
Be particular.
particular.
y'all. Good night.
Good night,
See
y'all.
you.